A recession is looming. In fact, some experts say we're already in a recession. And talks of recession can make salespeople a little nervous because typically folks are buying less. Well, I don't want you to sell less. So why don't we answer a really important question? How do we cold call during a recession? Great question. Let's dive right in. Alrighty, so cold calling in a recession, what's it like? How do you need to adapt your current cold call script or your own style in order to have continued success throughout the recession? And luckily for you, it is based on real fundamentals that we may have gotten away from over the past couple of years of just an incredible economy where people were spending money left and right. So here are 3 things that you can do to improve your cold calls during a recession. Number 1, know how your buyers' priorities have changed. Typically, when the economy gets a little rocky, business owners, executives, they start reprioritizing because they want to make sure that they're able to survive a recession where their sales may be less than they normally are. So you, as the salesperson cold calling these folks, must understand before talking to them what their priorities will probably be. Now, if their priorities have made dramatic changes based on the current economy, you want to make sure you understand how your solution ties to those priority changes. So talk to folks within the space. Look at your customers. Find 3 of them, 4 of them, 5 of them. Ask them, hey, what are some of your priorities right now? How has that changed since 2022? Make sure you deeply understand the new priorities of your buyer. So when you're cold calling them, you don't sound like you don't know what you're talking about because you're keeping your finger on the pulse of their role. Number 2 here, ask open-ended questions. It's okay not to know something. Maybe this is a little bit of the opposite of the advice I gave you in the very beginning, but if you're ever in a situation where you're not 100% sure what the person means by something, or you're not 100% sure if this is going to be the best fit for them, just ask. A lot of times folks, when they're cold calling, are trying to hold back information when they're not fully confident if it's the right thing or the wrong thing, or if they don't know what the prospect really means by something, they'll just let it slide or they'll assume they know. This is not going to cut it. When you are cold calling during a recession, there's a higher bar on your ability to navigate a conversation. So ask open-ended questions, never assume anything, and keep the conversation going by asking really relevant questions to your buyer. And number 3, when you're on the cold call, what you're trying to really uncover is what action the prospect is currently taking. You see, whenever somebody takes an action, or if they took an action in the past, or they plan to take a future action, there's a reason why. People don't act unless they have to. So what you want to do is understand how is the person you're speaking to taking action in order to improve their business during the recession. Once you understand the action they're taking, you want to ask why. Action equals why. That's an easy way to remember it. So they took an action. Great. What motivated you to take that action? Why did you take that action? Understand the motivation, the reason behind why they took an action. That'll tell you what problem they were trying to solve. And if that problem was worth solving during a recession, and you can tie your solution to helping them improve in that area, you are on the right track to booking a meeting through your cold call. And that's it, folks. 3 quick tips on how to cold call during a recession. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to put them in the comments down below, and I'll talk to you next time.